Hello vapors, and welcome back to another episode of the Vape Dojo Vape Show. I'm your host Bill, and in today's episode we're going to be taking a look at a brand new product from Aspire, the Feedlink Revo Kit. Why don't we go ahead and take a closer look at this thing right after this intro. Welcome back vapors. Like I said, today we're taking a look at this brand new kit from Aspire, the Feedlink Revo Kit. The kit comes with the brand new Feedlink squonking mod, as well as a bottom-fed version of the Aspire Revo tank. If you're not familiar with squonking, basically what it means is this device incorporates a silicone tube that holds additional liquid, in this case 7 mils. And when you need to refill your tank, you can do so by simply squeezing this tube. The device is pretty straightforward, so why don't we go ahead, dive down close, and take a better look at this thing. We got everything pulled out of the box here, so when you open up the kit, it will include the Feedlink mod, the bottom-fed Revo tank, you get some extra glass, an extra coil. You will already have one coil installed in the tank, and then you also get a ton of extra O-rings. So this kit will come with everything you need to get started except for a single 18650 battery and some e-liquid. Why don't we go ahead and get started by taking a look at the mod first. The device is pretty simple. It operates much like a mechanical mod in that you won't be adjusting your wattage or your voltage or anything like that. You have a single button up here and it'll deliver bypass output power. So when your battery's fully charged and you press that fire button, it'll be firing at 4.2 volts and the power will decrease as your battery life decreases. To install your battery, you have a battery cap down here. As I said, it takes a single 18650. We'll go ahead and put a battery in now just to get started. When you open this up, you will see printed on this battery cap a little negative sign that indicates which way you want to put the battery in. So that negative is on the bottom. We'll go ahead and take our single 18650 and put the positive facing up and the negative on the bottom. Now this device, although it functions like a mechanical mod, it does have all the protection that you would want from a regulated device. It has reverse polarity protection, overheat protection, over discharge protection, pretty much everything that comes standard nowadays in your regulated devices. There we go, had a little bit of trouble getting that screwed in, but we are good to go. We'll just spin that closed nice and tight. Now you'll notice another cap down the bottom here, and this cap to the side, this black cap, is for your squonking tube, this silicone tube here. Now when you want to fill that up with juice, it's really simple. You'll see you got a couple notches here. So you're just going to press down lightly and turn counterclockwise on this to line the notches up with the hole. And you see that's lined up, and now you can just flip the mod upside down and the tube will come right out. We'll go ahead and fill this up with some liquid. I'll show you how to do that. Once you have this apparatus pulled out of the device, you can slide the silicone tube out here and you just grip the tube and unscrew this metal top. The top will pull off along with the feeding pin inside. Set that down for a second. Grab some e-liquid, set that down. Today I'm vaping a little bit of meddling pudding from our 10 bucks line. One of my all-time favorite flavors. If you like desserty flavors, this vanilla caramel pudding will really hit the spot. So you got a nice wide bore on this bottle here. You can fill up with any style bottle of e-liquid you can find, whether you have a Gorilla bottle, one of the bottles with the droppers, pretty much anything will work here. Now this tube does hold 7 mils of e-liquid, so I'm really squeezing, really filling this thing up. That's one of the big advantages to a squonking device, is you can carry so much more e-liquid without having to refill all the time. We'll get it filled up pretty well there. We're not quite to the top, but we're pretty full. That should work for us for now. Now I'm just going to take my top cap with the bottom feeding pin, screw that back on. I do like to make sure that I get this screwed on pretty nice and tight. Don't over tighten, just finger tight, but you don't want to worry about anything leaking out of there, so you just get that nice and tight. We slip it back into the plastic sleeve. Once we have it in there, we can line this up. Remember those notches that we used before? We're just going to line it up again. We slide it back in, line up the notches. You'll press down lightly and turn clockwise, and it's now locked into place. So that's pretty much all there is to worry about with getting the device set up. You can give it 5 quick clicks to lock or unlock the device. And one thing I do want to mention is the button itself will actually indicate your battery life based on color. Anytime you touch that the button there, If it lights up blue, your battery is at 3.8 volts or higher. If it lights up blue and orange, you're in between 3.5 and 3.8 volts. And if it lights up just orange, you're gonna be 3.5 volts or below. So like I said, that's pretty much all there really is to the device. Why don't we go ahead and take a look at the tank next. Up top here, you have your adjustable airflow ring. You do have 3 notches around the side of the tank. And to adjust your airflow, you just slide this ring either open or closed. You can have it almost completely closed off or wide open. Down here on the bottom, you will see that it has the bottom feed 510. So that's what that little hole in the middle of the 510 pin is for. That's where your juice will come in from the Squonk bottle. And then this section down here is your glass securing ring. So if you drop the tank, the glass breaks, and you need to replace it with the replacement glass the kit comes with, you'll just unscrew the glass securing ring, pop the old glass off, pop the new glass on, and then re-secure that glass securing ring. Why don't we go ahead and unscrew this top cap and take a look at the deck, where we'll find our arc radial coil. Now the coil is held in place by the coil securing screw, this piece right here. When you need to change your coil, you'll just unscrew this. Comes off nice and easy, just meant to hold the coil in there. And then the coil is press fit with an O-ring, so if you need to change that out, you just grab the sides and pop it off like so. Take your new coil, which this is, and we'll pop it back on. Now the kit does come with 2 coils, a 0.1 ohm coil and a 0.14 ohm coil. I will say that in the kit we received, neither coil was marked, so to be entirely honest, I'm not sure whether this is the 0.1 ohm or the 0.14 ohm. So that's a little bit funny, and I wanted to point that out to you guys. We'll go ahead and re-secure the coil with our coil securing pin, and we'll screw the top cap back on. Now, normally this is the part of the video where we would show you how to fill the tank. But before we can do that, we're gonna have to go ahead and attach this to the device, because that's how we fill it. One of the nice convenient things about these squonking devices is you don't have to worry about taking the tank apart to fill it. You just attach it to your device, and once you're attached, you squeeze the bottle, and your tank will automatically begin to fill with e-liquid. So it's probably gonna be a little bit tough to see on camera, but it's already filling up there. When it's completely empty, it'll probably take a few squeezes, but we'll just go ahead and fill her up. And as you can see, the liquid is starting to fill that chamber down there. It's actually almost full now. So once you have the tank full by squeezing it, you're pretty much good to go and start vaping this device. All you need to do to operate, as we said earlier when we were looking at the mod, is go ahead and hit that fire button. Click it 5 times to lock it, click it 5 more times to unlock, and go ahead and press the fire, and you're ready to start vaping. Like I said, this is a pretty straightforward device, so that's about all there is to it. Why don't we go ahead, zoom out, and wrap things up. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe. And check out the description below to follow us on social media. If you have any questions, be sure to leave those in the comments section below, and we'll get back to you. This has been the Vape Dojo Vape Show. I'm your host, Bill, and we'll see you next time.